Smash! Doesn't like me. It's not clicking.
Check. Oh.
Chotto 1 second. Chotto.
Mate.
Nah, it still doesn't like me. Oh, never mind, it likes me. Hello, everybody. Hello, guys. Hello. If you're unsure what this is, we are a bunch of overseas idols. We are all based here in Australia. We do various levels of activity. You're not based in Australia anymore, but listen, Gumi is a resident, all right? She's mine. She's Australian. It's fine. We're going to be talking about how to get started as an idol, as an original idol, about original music, being safe in the community, a bunch of fun stuff, if that triggers your interest. Thanks for coming. If you've come from the pit and you're here to support your Oshi, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, any woolly shirts? Mine's not on, it's fine. And if is there any idols in the crowd that have come? Yeah! There's so many. Yesterday we didn't have many because we had the showcase on at the same time, which was very upsetting because I wanted to watch the showcase. It's fine, I'll just blame Smash. Just kidding, I love you, Smash. Thank you, Smash. Thank you for giving us a slot. So thank you for coming. We're gonna, just a quick introduction of who everyone is. Because I'm already talking, I guess I will go first, because I'm gonna ruin the flow of the table. Hello, my name is KRiSTY. I'm a soloist. I've been an idol since about 2017. I started doing Original Idol around 2020. I'm looking at you because 2021. So I'm a bit of a mother hen in the community. People will call me mum or dad, whichever floats your goat. I don't mind. Whichever one you wanna say, that's fine. So I've been around for a while. I have original music. Murasaki Moonlight is my first single that came out recently at the beginning of the year. It will be on streaming platforms soon. Let's go start at you again, because you started first yesterday as well.
I started the same spot as yesterday. Hello everybody, my name is Sunny. I am the Pink member and leader of Fable. I have been about the scene for quite a while, since 2019 I believe. And I work backstage and run a lot of the shows that I hear, whether Fable are in them or not. I've had a hand in a lot of things. I'm also a qualified costume designer. I make a lot of costumes for idols specifically. I forgot what else I do. Oh, and I'm part of Fable. We just released our first original EP. Yay! Which is really exciting recently. If you want to check me or my group out, we have a flyer at the front. You can come and grab one. The QR code doesn't work, but there is a link on it. I was betrayed. They worked yesterday. I don't know what's happening. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Gumi. Nice to meet you all today. Hello. I am originally from Australia. I'm born and raised in Australia, but I do live in Tokyo, and I am a soloist, a self-produced soloist, and I am a part of an agency for my group called Crazy Fantasy. So I do two, self-produced and under an agency. I started Idol in 2018 back in Australia, and I moved to Japan in 2021. Yes.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has.
Don't do that to me.
It has been. I've been idling for 6 years. 6 years, wow. Yeah, so I've been under an agency, I've been in Australia, I've been in Japan, I've been self-produced, so I've done mostly everything, so I can probably share my experiences with you all today. Thank you.
Yay. Hello, hi everyone. My name is Nai. I'm the yellow member of Fable as well with Sunny.
Yay!
As you guys have heard, Fable has released original music. I also have released my own solo music earlier this year. Different type of styles. Fable is more rock-based, whereas mine is more disco-based. Also, I've been an idol for 2 years now. and I'm really excited to be here. I'm still a little bit young, but I have a lot of experience. I've done opera singing before, and I've been in a metal band as well previously to this. So I'm willing to share like a lot of different details and information I have for you. Yes. As well as doing K-pop for a really long time and Hawaiian dancing for over 10 years.
Hello, I'm Wooly. I'm a solo idol based in Sydney. I moved to Sydney like a year and a half ago and started doing idol stuff here. I have an original single and an EP. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think that's it.
Hello. Hi. Oh, thank you. My name's AZUSA. When I'm not in cosplay, I'm from the group Citrus Plus. I have my own single with Sour Candy, who's in the audience today. Citrus Plus has like 3 singles, and we have a second original album coming out on the way. But in real life, I am a games designer specializing in user accessibility, and I'm going to be sharing some stuff from my work in how I apply that to idol graphics. So I hope you learn a lot.
Yeah, wishlist crab god on Steam.
Crab God on Steam.
The subtle crab god. We're gonna get straight into it. I swear, okay, the white on my computer screen really stood out, and I'm seeing now that it doesn't stand out at all. So I'm very sorry if you cannot read that. Gosh, talking about graphic design is not my
can rip that apart.
Do not do this if you're doing graphics. Don't do this. So if you started your idol journey, you've debuted, you've started doing all that, what comes next?
Oh, I'm first.
Applying for things.
Hello.
This super fun time of applying for stuff.
Yes, so I hear a lot from people who are starting out or idols who have made a group about how do you get performances? How do you find places to perform to? And in particular, even with established idols, I find a lot of us struggle with filling out these applications in a way that is very beneficial and is the most likely to get you in and get...
You can use me as an example if you want.
Yes, KRiSTY always comes to me as well. I help her write all her applications. I have a few other idols who I help out write them because it's just a very different way of thinking, and I'm hoping I can give some advice and clear that up a bit because it is something I help a lot of people with already, so I thought it would be great to talk about. So as an example, I've put these are the questions from the Smash application for this year to be on the performance stage. So I figured we could talk about this, and then we've got some points on the right. So the main piece of advice I can give on this topic in particular is think about the audience, not the audience you're performing to, the person who is reading your application. So depending on what you're applying for, the person who's going to be reading is quite different. So if you're applying for Smash as an example, the Smash panel is going to be reading the application. They're not necessarily idol fans. They don't know what you're about. They don't know what you're doing. So the way you're going to write your application for that event is very different to say if you were applying to Idolbox or Idol Force. It's an idol-based event. The people who run it know what that's about, what that entails. You can word them very differently. So, and then you can also think about the audience in regards to who will be watching the show, because you're trying to make your performance sound appealing to the person who's reading the email for their audience. So, for again, using Smash as an example, you're trying to write it to someone who doesn't know what an idol is, making that sound appealing to their audience, who are not idol fans, they're anime fans and pop culture fans. So you're trying to pitch yourself in that way. So most predominantly, when you're writing applications like these, you need to be thinking that you're writing a resume. It's not an application, it's a resume. You should be writing it the same as you write a cover letter when you're trying to get a job. So I find if you think about that, it helps a little bit at the wording, because unfortunately, I know of a few examples of idol groups who are super talented and have amazing everything and have applied and used the wrong kind of wording, and they haven't gotten in, just because their wording was a bit funny. So definitely think about it if you can. Ask your friends, hey, can you read this? What do you think? Especially if they don't know what idol is, see if it sounds appealing. You can definitely outsource some information in that ring. So to go through the questions, you'll usually get given two things. Describe your performance in your pitch, and and then you get a second one, which will be your performance description. They're not worded the best. One is the description of your performance. That's your pitch. So thankfully Smash have added the brackets that it says, this is the pitch for your show, because people will write their little blurb for the website, and then that doesn't really sell what you're doing. So for your description of your performance for Smash, you should be like, for Fable, we would say, oh, we're a 3-member idol group. We sing and we dance on stage and we're very energetic. We interact with the crowd a lot. That sort of explains what idol is to someone who wouldn't really understand it. If we just say, we're a 3-man idol group, they don't really know what that means necessarily. You don't want to assume, but you also want to be quite modest because it's like a job interview. I'd be like, these are all my skills that I have. Please give me a job. I'll be great. You know, you can't be too confident. The other thing that I help people a lot with is selecting a picture to go on the website, because a lot of people will pick, like KRiSTY is a great example. I critiqued hers this year. She sent me a really beautiful picture from a photo shoot. She was like, I'm gonna use this as my Smash picture. And I was like, no, you're not. That's not a good Smash picture. You look stunning. But if I was to get on the Smash website, I had no idea who you are and I have no idea who our idols are, and I see this picture of you looking really pretty, I have no idea what your thing's about. Your name's KRiSTY. That doesn't say a lot. But we changed it to a picture, like this is the Fable picture, where you can see the performance, you can see the interaction, you can see the energy. Someone's gonna see that and go, oh, that looks fun. Actually, add that to my schedule. I don't know what it's about, but I'm coming. So try and think about these kind of things. Same with the marketing description, it goes on the Smash website. 90% of the people on the Smash website, they don't know what Idol's about at all. So try and pitch that to them. Oh, it's a really energetic performance. We're gonna have light sticks. It's gonna be fun. You know, I think I've got ours up there. Yeah. Oh, we're saving the universe. It's a rock-inspired J-pop idol, you know, sort of thing. So yeah, make sure you're being really professional in your emails. Make sure you're being respectful. And my other biggest tip is email people and ask. That's how most idols get a good 50% of their opportunities, is just rolling into someone's emails and being like, hey, let me in. So that's how you typically get into Idolbox. Idolforce has an application now, but if you send us an email, we'll know you're keen and ready. Same with community events, anime events like this, you can still email them and be like, let me into your little showcase, I'm really cool, I promise. And also with like council events, they're typically, you have to reach out to them. They're usually really lovely and like, oh, you sound super cool, please come, but you gotta send them an email, they don't know where to look for people. Yeah, and always send a video. Don't, please, horizontal, clear video without your head cut off. Will do you wonders. Yeah.
True. Very true. Very true. Does anyone have anything else to touch on with like applications? Any other advice?
The photo from Bloom goes hard. That's
Yes,
a
good photo.
That's a good
Bloom.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Shout out.
Also with performance applications, I think it's very, like Sunny said, to reach out to events. So a lot of the things that we used to do, so previous to me being a soloist, I was also in Fable, I was also in Muse. A big way we got things was we would reach out to like the Cherry Blossom Festival or Matsuri, and like we'd be like, hey, look at how cool we are. Back then we're like, hey, we're a Love Live group, look at our cool sparkly costumes. Please give us a slot, and then somehow it worked. But if you're not messaging these people and emailing these people, they're not gonna know you exist. So you need to be like not hassling, don't hassle them. Don't hassle them.
What's the worst that might happen? They either don't reply to your email or they go, sorry, you're not what we're looking for. That's no harm done. You may as well send the email.
Yeah, if you don't get an opportunity, it's not on you. You might just not be suited for that show.
Yes, too many idols say to me, oh, I wasn't sure if I should apply because what if I don't get in? Well, apply and see if you don't get in. Like, you're definitely not going to get in if you don't apply. Just, it can't hurt to say, if they say no, there's no damage done. You just try again next time. In fact, applying a second time often looks really good because you look really keen.
I think we'll go to the next thing. Next thing is, graphic design. These are bad. I wasn't sure if Azu wanted to keep this slide in, so I just decided that this was staying. What do you have to say about this?
Obviously, I was hired for my graphic prowess. And submitting my PowerPoint slides 5 minutes before they're due. So, yeah. the irony. Please do not take a photo of this.
I'll just skip through. Was this also?
Encourage them. Okay, well, on the previous slide, these were 2 mock-up graphics that I mocked up for our defect campaign. Yeah, I look like the purple one when I am not looking like this. And when I sent these graphics to Citrus, I was like, a lot of things feel bad. Lots of stuff feels bad about these designs, and I will explain why in the next slide. So here's a lot of boring technical talk, so I hope you're excited. So designing for the user interface borrows a lot of terms from neuroscience. One of them is low-level visual processing. There is actually a distinct order in which a majority of people process visuals, and that is, I missed one, sorry, size, orientation, color, and then shape. So for example, size is the size of your font. Obviously, we have a title, subheading, and body text information for when you're making your idol posters. But size can also be stuff like iconography. For Citrus shows that I am in charge of specifically, because I'm obviously not in charge of all of designing for all of them, I only do kind of a limited amount of designs for Citrus because I'm a bit busy. That's hard. I try and pick a piece of iconography for our shows for people with color blindness or color deficiencies, because, for example, Villain Vermilion, which was a very orange colored show, and Pink Monarch, which is a very pink colored show, we wanted to be able to tie symbols to them that could convey a meaning for people who aren't actually able to see like the branding through color that we are creating. It's also good to design for good design philosophy for people with dyslexia. My rule is I put 150% gap between all of my words so people with dyslexia can read them clearer. It's followed by, orientation, which is missing on this slide. So generalized to English-speaking countries, we read from middle right to left. All of your important information should be in the middle, and then the left, and then the right. For Japanese, that's actually extended to top down because you can read Japanese top down. And for manga panels and manga specific panels, you can put some of your text from right to left. Actually, fun fact, if you are localized to an Arabic speaking country, all of the text boxes on our Citrus site will localize to the right of the screen to accommodate for, script language. Then we have color, which is a really important one to me because obviously we have a very bright array of colors that are popular to have different colors in your J-pop groups. Color is a very tricky one. One of the things that I do for work is I proof check things for deuteranomaly, which is the highest majority of colorblind people are not able to differentiate red and green. It was a big part of why we decided against similar crests on the Citrus Plus new uniform. If someone with this particular strain of color blindness came along, they would not be able to differentiate Amy and Ray, so we made them different, so you can in some way. Lastly is shape, and I've put some game references here just as a reference, but Nintendo is notorious for using shape language to kind of convey different meanings. So if you ever play Mario Kart again, you'll probably notice that Mario and Luigi are very circular shaped. And all of the Goombas, like the plants, the ball and chain, they all have quite triangular shapes because, I don't know, when our cavemen predecessors were like, oh, that looks triangular, it was normally like, oh, that's spiky, don't touch that. But yeah, using these different like elements properly in your design can make it like super accessible for anyone to like have a meaning come across. So let's just apply it to this really poorly put together PowerPoint. Wow, look how good, whoa, okay. Do not perceive me, but yeah, just simply applying that makes it a lot better.
Even though some things, I think some things got muddled when I saved it, so that's probably my fault. Hee hee. Sorry, Asu.
No, that's all right, man. It's fine. Yeah, graphic design is my passion, obviously. Yeah, let's move on to the next slide. So there are actually slides that were before this, underneath this graphic, but I'm going to keep going. They are layered underneath the PowerPoint because of the...
Oh, I can't. Well, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's okay.
It's fine.
Graphic design is our passion, and sometimes this happens. How do you get to this sort of screen, though, to like click through? Is that, what program is that? What do you have to be doing?
Oh yeah, so for all of Citrus Plus Graphics, there are free websites on Chrome or Google where you can run your graphics through how different strains of color blindness will see them. These were actually 2 videos to see how they kind of vary between each strain of color blindness. But one of the biggest problems I kind of see with some idol graphics these days is some idols using black and white only. Someone with a monochromatic color deficiency ain't seeing anything on your graphic. Please put colors on your graphic. What was kind of wrong with these posters before was the Saint Sin campaign one only had 2 different colors. I've kind of made it a rule with Citrus that all of our graphics now include 2 contrasting colors and monochromatic colors because, yeah, again, trying to make it more accessible for people who can't see monochromacy. And yeah, like with the second graphic, it was literally just, the one before was just a mess. Like there was too many lines, too many places things were going, and just adding like a certain consistent line where your visuals are going in your poster help legibility like times 10. Also a bit of a spoiler for a graphic that's coming out next week, but
Ooh.
that's me. If you want to independent fact check me, please leave it to the Q&A.
Azu was very nervous because they were like, what if someone goes, actually, and so we can't be having any of that, please. Please. Does anyone else want to touch on graphics? Because all I do is Canva, so, which is a lifesaver.
Please, like if you are making graphics as a newer idol, please, no matter what any design student paying like $100 a month for Adobe is paying, please just use Canva. Like it's cheap. You can pay a little extra to have access to a lot more graphics and fonts. And also, you know, as someone who sold their soul to Adobe and Maya Autodesk like for the past 5 years, it's fine. It's fine to use it. Like there's no shame. If your graphic looks good, it looks good. So, thank you.
Yeah, and if you're interested in graphics, we talked about them yesterday as well. So there'll be a video from yesterday's panel and there'll be even more information there. So.
Yes, we won't go too far into that today because we did already talk a lot about it yesterday. But the VOD will be up probably on my YouTube channel, and we'll also post all the slides on probably Twitter. So if anyone wants to find them, find any of us on Twitter and you'll be able to find it after the weekend. Shall we go to the next thing? Hee hee.
Hi. Okay, so seeing as this is for Idol 102, the next step of Idol 101, I'm assuming you already sing and you already dance. And you're probably doing it incorrectly.
Damn, Naya. Pulling out all the stops, like the silence in the crowd was like...
Like, what do you mean I'm doing it wrong? It's okay. I also do it wrong.
By wrong, I mean like safely. Safely. It's really easy to strain yourself. It's really easy to injure yourself. It's really easy to go further than you need to. And honestly, especially if you're getting started, you've never danced before, and you're trying your best now as an idol, never sung before properly or anything, like it's very easy for you to like...
Greatest anime convention in the world. We'll just wait, I guess.
Sorry,
Bigger. Thank you.
Sorry.
Jesus.
What was I saying?
Being
Don't go
safe.
too far.
Don't be an
Don't
idiot.
go too far. Yeah, because you'd want to practice as much as you can, which 100% practice as much as you can. But that doesn't mean practice until you're dying. Don't practice until you're so sore. Like, okay, if you're getting started, you won't notice what it is to feel sore, but the next day you will. So like keep that in mind, right? For like to separate them into different categories, I'll do singing first. As I've told before, actually I've never had proper singing lessons. I'm quite self-taught, but I have done opera before, and I've also been part of a metal band. And the easiest way I can explain it for singing is breathe, relax, enjoy. The less you think, the better. The less you think, the better. For singing, I would recommend, especially for everyone that's trying to like get better and improve on it, to try and practice at least 15 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day. By doing that, even if it's just warm-ups, it will definitely help you. It will increase your core. You'll be able to do things more relaxed, and you won't need to strain yourself as much. For singing in particular, if you're trying to reach higher notes or lower notes, try, and I say this so, like, I mean it. Sunny was there when we were doing the recordings for our EP. Think of things that might help relax you. Sometimes you need to massage yourself. Sometimes you need to sing in a different pose, like, I don't know, sing in a JoJo pose. Like, sometimes it helps. Like, the weirdest things actually properly help.
Naya was telling us weird stuff. They'd be like, Sunny, and I'd be like, what? She'd be like, sing like you're a giraffe. And I was like,
And it helped.
okay. And then I did it really well, and I was like, Naya, I don't understand your magic powers.
It's about getting comfortable, because in the end, especially when you're getting started, you don't find it comfortable. It feels weird. Like I can get it, but not yet. Like almost. Just keep practicing and keep going at it. Also, in particular for singing, I'm sorry for a lot of y'all, you need to exercise. Please get some core exercises in.
Oh man, Naya, you're really coming up to the audience right now.
Really good.
Coming up to me.
What are some good core exercises? Because you've only told me some.
Some good core exercises would be like, as an example, is trying to sing as you're jogging. Sing as you're jogging. Do some, what do you call them when you're sitting? Sit-ups. Sit-ups are really good. The leg downs, I don't know the terminology. The leg downs are also really, really good. Planking and singing at the same time, massively good. Super good, incredibly good if you can do that for at least 3 minutes. At one point, slowly. Do like 20 seconds and then 20 seconds. Don't start at 3 minutes. I'm looking at y'all. It's also really good. It will help out a lot. And finally, once again, practice. Similarly for dancing, it's practice. Your movements will feel awkward. It is normal. You feeling weird? Normal. Everyone's been through it. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you will get. The more you do it, the more comfortable you will get. Like, I don't know, man. Like, example, JoJo pose. JoJo. You know, you have to do it until you feel like it's part of your body, like you're confident in yourself with it. And I definitely recommend to practice with a mirror, or at least to film yourself, because then you'll be able to quickly distinguish and see what things you can improve on and things that you can keep working on. Once again, for dance, you need cardio, exercise. guys, stop being a hikikomori.
I don't like cardio.
Too bad. Yes, and a friendly reminder as well to take your time. It will be a process, it will take a lot of time, but simply trust in it and do your best. If you need help, ask any of us and we can all help you out. And in the little yellow box, I have all bodies are different. You need to work your muscles up and up until your hair and fingertips, especially if you're an idol. I don't want to see just your hands moving. This is 102 for a reason. I don't want to see you para-paraing by yourself. I want facial movement. I want choreography. I want to see your fingers go shing.
Make that sound again.
Sorry?
I need that again. Can you do it again? Just one more time, please. Just one more.
Choreography and shing.
Beautiful.
And if it's new, it will feel foreign once again. Try your best to not strain yourself. It is okay to take it slow. It is really okay to take it slow. If you can take any classes or if you can do one-on-one with anyone, that is also always amazing. YouTube is also great. Take your time. Thank you.
To touch on that as well, if you're unsure how, because I know a lot of people, me included, I was like, I don't know how to warm up my singing. Do I just sing a song and then I'm good? No.
No.
Don't just sing a song. You'll hurt the next day. Don't just start screaming.
If you want a little thing for warm-ups, I'll do dancing quickly first, just because it's easier to go through it. Dancing, please stretch. A little bit of stretch.
And warm up before you stretch. You need to be warm before you can
the
stretch
pit
your muscles.
as well, please.
You stretch when
pit
you
as
are
well.
cold, you will pull your
Right.
muscles. Yeah, you guys, unless you've run to AESCAC,
And we
cannot stretch when you're cold. You're gonna hurt yourself more than you're gonna stretch yourself.
Yes, and we don't want just
Jump
passive
first.
stretching, we want active stretching. So where you're actually like pulling, right? You want to do proper active stretching. For singing, some really good introductory ones are, if you can do the r or the brr sound, just go. This warms up your voice, decongests a lot of your throat, and allows you to sing better and more comfortably. As well, my favorites, and I apologize for everyone here right now,
This is
it's
the
the
one.
sirens. Are we ready? It
Your
won't
voice will crack. That's good.
crack.
If you've heard this waiting outside of a Fable show, that's what we're doing, yeah.
So those two I would recommend as well to like get started on.
I just want to drive home the point that you need to film yourself and watch it back to improve. If you are just dancing, you are building muscle, but you are not improving anything. And the amount of people I feel like I'm not improving. I've been practicing so much. Sunny, can you help me? I don't know why I'm not getting better. And I'm like, cool, have you got a video? No. Do you film yourself? No. I'm like, okay, you need to watch a video of yourself back and see what you don't like and fix it that way. It can be really intimidating to watch yourself and be critical about it. And sometimes it is hard to see if you're not sure. Send it to someone else. We'll be nice, I promise, but we'll tell you what we think you should work on if you're really not sure. Yeah.
Most people, I think, on this panel, most of these people are quite good at dancing. So if you ever need any advice with that, feel free to just slide in the DMs. Hey, Sunny, I took this video of me at practice. What do you think? And Sunny will say, do you want it nice or do you want it not nice? And then you say, I want it not nice. And then Sunny will tear you a new one. And that's fine. This is how we improve. It's fine.
Just touching on like the exercise, the best exercise to do to prepare for an idol show is doing your set
At 100% energy.
Yeah, working.
actually,
your-
actually,
Rehearse
sorry.
at 50% energy. You won't be
just
able to do it at 100.
Actually,
Oh my
sorry.
God, no.
I say this. You reminded me when you say rehearse at 100%. Rehearse at 200%.
100% should be easy. If you're
Yes.
marking, you won't be able to do it on stage at 100. You need to be able to do it easily at 200.
The reason being, you get nervous. Things happen. You won't do it as well as you want it to be. Sorry. Like if you practice, and you can take as many breaks as you want. Like who cares? Take all the breaks you need. Breaks are important, but if you practice at 200% and make sure that you go more full out, it'll be so much easier to up your stamina. It'll be so much easier to look better than you think you did as well.
To my gym girlies, non-binaries, my gym bros who are doing Idol, your physical stamina when it comes to cardio, hit, etc., does not equate to your ability to perform. Performing requires like working a lot more different muscles. Like I did Tough Mudder in April. I did the Ninja Warrior, like going like swinging inside like a truck tire and climbing over a 10-meter wall. But I finished my set yesterday with Citrus and I was like, so the best exercise to do, is just doing your set over and over again till fail, to fail.
Resting is important. Do we have anything else on being safe? No? Shall we talk about what happens after Cover Idol? So I feel like there's a lot of cover idols currently in Australia. There is more people doing the next step now, which is really exciting. There's a lot of people with like songs coming out soon and
So KRiSTY,
like
did
that.
you want to clarify what differentiates a cover idol to an idol?
Okay, I'm gonna stand up
yes,
for
this
this. Guys, sit down, all right?
Sit
A
down.
cover idol covers songs. Original idol has original music.
Yes. We get really many people ask, when can I call myself an idol? Well, you're a cover idol unless you have a song. You're a cover idol.
You are cover idol, and that is so fine. We all start out
not
as
a bad
cover
thing.
idol.
It's not a
cover
bad
idols are great. I love them. Are you kidding? As soon as that Love Live group got up today, I was like, let me in. I was so excited. Cover idols are the birthright of an idol, I feel. Everyone goes through it, and it's how you get your stamina, it's how you get your experience in the community to then branch into original idol stuff.
Yeah, you start finding your niche and you start doing cover idol and then you get here. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, and then the next step is music. Woo! It's time to froggy beam.
Yay! I'm just gonna plug my music. Well, I need to show that I have credentials, kinda. I released my first single in September 2023 and my EP in March this year. So I have a total of 4 songs, 4 of my own songs. I feel like the first thing is like, what is your reason for doing original music, right? Like, when should you start about it and like why? Why do you want to do original music? I guess it's definitely the next step from cover idol. Like, definitely see if you enjoy performing. Like, is this what you want to do? Because original music is a commitment. It is a big commitment. Other than like money and stuff, it's like once you have a song, it's kind of like your identity. It's like represents you. It's only you can do it. So you have to do it, basically. So you have to think about why you're doing original music. It's not just like something you can kind of just like, well, you can kind of just do it. You have to be also happy that it's never going to turn out the exact way you want it. It's never going to be 100% perfect. So basically, you gotta just do it. It's a commitment. If you do original music, you gotta stick to it. And then there's like things to look for. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah,
to
no,
do
we
original-
feel you. We
Yeah.
feel you. Is Wooly making sense? Are we under thumbs up? Yeah, you're good.
If you're doing original music because everyone's telling you it's the next step, or like you think it's the next thing to do, that might not be the best reason. You should think for yourself. Is this what I want to do? What do I want to like show? Am I ready to like commit to that specific image and like to that sound? Like, of course you can evolve over time, but like you can't just make something and then like throw it away. Like that's a bad idea. You gotta stick to something. Stick to it for a bit and see how it goes. There are things to think about. I read a list of things to think about if you are looking to get started. You'll need a composer for the track. Sometimes they do melodies, sometimes it's a separate thing. So there's track, then you'll need vocal editing, timing, tuning. Next is the mix and master, which is separate from the vocal timing and tuning. some people will master their like instrumental tracks and other people won't. So you'll have to find someone who can take the vocals and the instrumentals and blend it all together. That's pretty important. Then there's stuff like lyrics. If you want to do that yourself, that's a lot of fun. There's lyrics. Then, and then there's like the graphics, the marketing, the look, of course, and then there's choreography, which is fun. So like there's a lot to think about when you want to commit to like original music. But it's not scary. It's like one step at a time.
Only 30 minutes left until the greatest anime convention in the universe is finished.
Wow.
Don't forget to take your
Okay, only 30 minutes left.
Has it gotten that much better in
Yeah.
15 minutes?
Other than that, like those are kind of like the list of things you need to make an original like song and release. The other things to consider is like obviously cost for every part of the way. It is expensive. And sometimes it's not a good idea to like find the cheapest thing because like it's the cheapest thing if the quality is not great. So like just do your research. Basically, research. Do lots of research.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also wanted to add into that with Wooly saying like something. If you pay not much for it, sometimes it won't be very good. I can attest to this because I had to get my original song was composed and written by someone. I didn't like how it sounded and I hated the lyrics, so I scrapped the lyrics and Naya helped me write new ones, and then I got a friend to completely redo the composition and re-record it for me because it just wasn't sounding how I wanted, and then that's added on. So if I had have just gone to someone and paid a little bit extra, I probably wouldn't have been in that situation of having to get it remastered, having to get it re-recorded,
You end up
all that sort of
more.
stuff. So sometimes cutting corners won't work out in your favor. Please, my mistakes, please don't make them because it can be very detrimental to both you as well, because then you're like, I'm sick of this song now and it's not even out because I have to get it redone again and again, you know? Yeah.
And just a little note as well. Things, as was mentioned by Willie, are expensive, but also usually if it's expensive, you can fix more things. You can more one-on-one talk with the producer or the lyricist or whomever, and like actually make things sound exactly how you want. Some have, like, the cheaper you get, the more it's gonna be like only 2 fixes. That's all you've got. So those are also things to think about.
Yeah, they just send you a track and they're like, there you go, and that's it. If you want to actually collaborate, it's typically more expensive because it takes more time. But the other thing I want to say, throwing it out there, when we say expensive, per song, we're talking $1,000 to $2,000 of dollars. Just because I know no one ever says numbers about anything. So for all the idols that are sitting here, yeah, we're talking at least $1,000 to thousands for one song that is
Be
decent.
prepared for like the expenses.
And that's just to get the track made. Like, if you're gonna get choreography and lyrics commissioned, that's when you start getting 2000s.
Yes, that's a good point. Also on the like giving feedback and stuff, please give feedback straight away. If it's on your mind, you have to say it. If you get to the end and you don't like it, that's kind of on you. It's happened to people I know before. They're like, oh, it's okay, that's fine. But you really have to say if you don't like it or not if you don't like it. That's a big thing.
And
It's your song. You have to like it. You're going to be performing it. And if you want to have that passion on stage and you want people to believe it and you want to have a good time with the crowd, you're going to want to like the song because it's your song. And they're going to be like, oh, KRiSTY isn't doing Murasaki Moonlight? Why? I came here specifically to hear original music. You got to like it.
And even if you don't know a lot of like music terminology or anything like that, like it's okay to give out the vibe. Like
I do that. I don't know music, and I was like,
do
oh,
that
I don't
too,
like that vibe. Oh,
yeah, it's not green enough. No, like
it sounds too spiky.
yeah, saying these things and like don't do your
Understand.
best.
It is
Don't do
their
their
job
best.
to interpret that to musical language. That's what they studied. You didn't study music. You don't need to tell them the musical terms. You just go, I want to sound like a fairy and I sound like a mermaid. Fix it. They can work it out.
That might be a
Quite
little
literally.
bit too abstract.
Shall we go to the next one, or does anyone So this is about obviously commissioning and working with producers. And then you've also got the other flip side, which is doing it yourself, the DIY queen.
Yeah, I do. Okay, a bit about me. If you want to check me out, I do have a QR code over there. You can check my socials out if you want, please. Thank you. I have my
There's
music.
flyers at the front.
Yeah, the flyers at the front as well. I have in total on streaming sites, I have 4 original music up there. I have my 5th one coming up tomorrow, which is exciting, very, very exciting. Yeah, thank you. Yes, yes. So, self-produced, being self-produced, and doing idol as a business is hard work. It is so much hard work, but the pros to it is you get to build your own concept. You get to be whoever you want to be, which is cool because I'm an introvert and I don't like talking, but I'm here as an idol and I am talking to you all today. Yeah. So yeah, like you can be whoever you want, but I as an idol, I do my graphics myself. I get events myself, so I book in my own events. I do my own choreography. I do, not this one, because this was under an agency, but I usually do my own costumes, so I make my own costumes as well. I write lyrics for my own music. What else do I do? I do editing for videos. I literally do everything. So much hard work. So much. So, but then if you continue doing it, you will build on and you'll get better. You will definitely get better. But it is hard work. So this is the big con for the self-producing side. It is so much hard work. So tips. Big tips. I don't know if you can read it because it's in white. It's gone. Okay, it's okay. I can read it for you.
Graphic design.
I'm sorry. I wanted to make it like cute and pink and white, but it's gone. The white's gone. So tips on doing self-produce is firstly, you have to get help from people. You definitely have to get help from people. If you're starting up, you cannot do everything yourself. Trust me, you cannot. So we have amazing people here. Please get help from everyone you can. Second tip is you got to spend money. You really do have to spend money. I cannot make my own music, so I usually commission people to. How to find people? Usually I find people on like Twitter and stuff. I just like look on social media and try and find people who are willing to help, and I commission them. You have to spend, I think they were mentioning before, but the more you spend, the better it is. So please spend money on anything you can. They're like professionals, they do it better. And the third tip, if you think it's too much work, join an agency. It helps. It helps a lot. You don't have to be self-produced. Being an idol, you really don't have to be self-produced. Yes. I want to make mine short so we can, we only have like 7 minutes for Q&A. Yeah, I think that's probably it as self-produced. I don't know if you guys have any more questions or if you want to add anything to it.
I think, is there anyone else want to add on to that?
I think you can't really join an agency in Australia, but the closest equivalent we have is joining a group, because then you start having to give up some of your creative freedom to compromise. But then you have more hands on deck, and they have more friends who have hands on deck, and it does share the load in that way. And it's fun. Like, there are really big pros and cons to each, but I think it's very depends on the person what's going to be better, and also like the stage in your life. I think at some points being in a group is better, and things might change, and then you might be like, no, what, solo is right for me now, and that's.
Track your budgets, please.
Oh, yes.
I don't see enough.
Have you ever had to do your
idols
idol taxes?
Have you done your idol Okay, so yeah, I do respect idols a lot that put a lot into their merch and their stages, but you really do need to track your budgets because it's very easy to go into the red. Especially if you are trying to save money for an album, like you obviously have to track how much you are saving. Citrus, for example, and being able to communicate how much you are saving and how much money you have for your team. For example, Amy, Ray, and Patty look at numbers and they're like, can't see. So I used like an SQL tracker to be like, we did this show, green means good, red means bad in the red. And yeah, being able to be transparent with your team if you are in a group about how much money you're making, also very important.
There's an A today. We've got an A.
We have an A. Yesterday we just had Q and. Ask questions, no answers.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any questions? Oh my gosh, we actually have questions. I don't have to go to Sunny's brother today. This is so good. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go here because you're just in the front. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, hello. I wanted to ask, are there people who do like commissions for choreography?
Yes.
Yes.
Then I'm gonna be sending you a DM after this. Thanks.
Willie, was your choreography commissioned? I can't remember, honestly.
Which song?
Me,
Was one of the songs, 1.5 songs of the new EP. So I think it was Mori Nakairu was commissioned, and they did part of Midori-san and I did the rest. You kind of like it's like also with music. You just have to ask. If you see something you like, just ask.
Just ask them to do it, yeah. Fable commissioned Hypersleep and Wolf's choreography was commissioned from someone. Their name is Juju Bond, they're incredible. They live in the UK. They did some of Paida's choreography as well, and we were like, that's cool, me next. But also Naya, you choreographed for Himawari. So you can also ask idols, like we did Akiname Nai and Sakeboze's choreo, so like if you know idols who choreograph, you can also just ask them. Like just roll in, like we said, we'll roll in people's DMs, send them a nice, hello, I'm Cham, I like some choreography, here's a video of my vibe.
It's very easy. If you're scrolling through, even on YouTube, like you look at old like dance cover videos and you like find the original person who made it and you go, hey, can you make one for me? Is another question?
Yeah, so like I know Nai said they do opera and I know you're into metal. Do you guys or anyone have advice for like idols who are into some stuff that doesn't normally fit in the idol like sort of box and making it fit in that?
There is, listen, there's one idol box and you perform at it. There is no box that you have to be in. I'm just gonna jump in real quick. There's no box you have to fit in to be like an idol, realistically. You can do whatever makes you happy.
I think it depends on the kind of audience you want to gather. If you are looking to have a Woda pit who do idol calls, your songs have to be callable. If you are just looking for an audience who are getting litty and headbanging and having a good time, you can be more adjacent. So it's a compromise, you know. But also terminology, words aren't real. You can just also be a performer who's idol inspired. Like, hello, I'm a performer, but I like pen lights, so bring some, please.
Life is temporary. Do what makes you happy.
Yes. If you're having a good time, the audience will have a good time.
Even at this table, there's multiple genres.
Yeah, like even just looking at us as a collective, it's a little bit of a, I almost swore, I did so good all weekend. It's a bit of a bag of beans. I think that's the easiest way. Like you got metal, EDM, classic, like there's a lot of different vibes and you don't have to fit into like one specific box.
I think a big part of Idol is the attitude and the interactivity of it. I think if you are getting on stage and it's very a performance that you watch, it's not as Idol personally, but I think that definition really depends on the person you ask. But the bit that I noticed was different about Idol is that you are looking people in the eyes and going up to them and interacting with them instead of doing choreography and having those kind of moments. Whereas when you do K-pop or other performances, there's less of a priority to that. And I think that's a big part that sets it apart. But it really depends on who you are and what you're doing and what your personal definition of the word is, really.
I'm also going to add in, so in Fable, we like to say there's a triangle for idols. You can be good at, okay, some people have like all of it. Some people only have some of it. You can have, the triangle is vibes, dancing ability, and singing ability. And if you've got all of them, you're like, oh,
You can just send.
Yeah, I have the vibes.
KRiSTY specializes stage presence, vibe.
Yes.
We're having a good time.
Yes, you'll have one thing that will probably stand out over everything else. Like,
Yeah, or one thing you like to prioritize. It doesn't necessarily have to be your main skill, but like if your goal to go out there and give the best vocal performance ever, that's going to be a big part of what Idol is to you.
so it's fine to go between that. But yeah, what time is it? Can someone let me know?
1 minute.
Oh, we got no more time. Whoops.
Singular minute.
We'll stand on the side for a bit if you guys want to come up and ask us questions. Thank you so much for coming though. This has been really fun.
Thank you.